Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We are back for some more F1 24 League Racing content here for RRL Rapid Racing League for round number 10 of Season 2. We are here for the Mexican Grand Prix, and it has been a while since I think it's been a while since we've done an RRL video, so might as well get this out. And this is the last video of the season of RRL. Fortunately, by the time I'm recording this is way after the holidays, so I apologize. Speaking of the holidays, I hope you all had a good Christmas and a good holiday, and I wish you all the best. But we are going to miss the last two races of the season due to issues, so this is kind of the last one. So we'll give full send all the way through, and we will try our best to maybe try to sneak another win, maybe another points, but small grid tonight. It's around 12 people. Not too many, obviously. The numbers have kind of fallen off a little bit, and it is season's end. But a lot of drivers actually lost their seat in Spa, which was actually earlier. Now, we did not take part in Spa, but a lot of people lost their seat in Spa because there was a lot of danger. There was a lot of dirty drivers, and they did a massive overhaul over the league. Fortunately, we did not lose our seat because we are fairly a clean driver, obviously. Mexico is still Japan is still kind of a question mark one, obviously, but to be fair, we all kind of gave it our all through that whole entire thing. So anyways, ready for Q1, and only one qualifying session. First lap wasn't really that good. We really didn't put any practice in. We just didn't really have time for practice. It was like 4 o'clock when I came back home because I was kind of out all day. So this was our first laps on the game, and well, we kind of a little bit rusty, but we did a little bit of time trial laps. This is not a time trial setup. This is actually the setup we raced in career mode. But so far, second up, so I'm kind of getting used to the circuit. I'm getting into the groove now. That first lap was just really bad. Just had a massive lock up, and there is supposed to be rain coming for the start of the race, but at the end of the race, it's supposed to be dried up. So yeah, we're gonna give it the best we can. Obviously, this is the last race of the season for me, so I want a big result here to kind of finish out strong. But 9/10 up, about almost a second. That goes P6, 4/10, I believe, off mine, Master, and yeah, that's 4/10 and almost a second off XPG Flame, who is just way too quick for me. So I am fairly washed. He put 6/10 on the field, crazy, and he did the same thing for everybody else. So like I said, we are way out of the league of half these guys. We don't got it. I mean, these guys are rapidly fast. We're only the 6/10 down from the next close qualifier, so it's a bit of a struggle. But I guess, you know, I do have tier 1. Apparently I do have division 1 pace, so yeah, ultimately, like I said, I mean, we don't really, like I said, we haven't really played much of this game, so it kind of makes it difficult. And like I said, I don't know how many of these guys are actual sweats. So yeah, but anyways, it is fair credit when credit is due. These guys pushed me to the limit, and I like that feeling. So anyways, 10th up, about 2/10 up now, and well, it was a pretty good lap at the start of it, but now we're really starting to make some mistakes. We did not find literally any time. We've actually lost out a lot in that last part of the track. We only found about 1/10, almost about 2/10, and that is it. So ultimately, the 2/10 probably would have maybe put us up into P6. Well, Abu's decided to knock us out with P6. So yeah, I mean, we found 3/10 probably would have been up maybe P5, maybe P6, but yeah, it was still fairly tight qualifying session. XPG Flame sets a 113.5, Dorling in second, PXM in third, Full Sender in fourth. My Master Championship leader, who actually can clinch the championship today, is P5, and we are sitting in P8. So not bad for no practice, though. We beat Squirrel, Edits, Bolt, who I think is making his debut, Adam, and I forgot the last guy. But yeah, so here we go, 36 laps. The rain is coming down, and well, like I said, I mean, the rain was going to be, I did say earlier that the rain was going to be the main factor for the beginning, and like I said, I actually am pretty well in the rain, so I'm hoping to see if anybody else is going to make some mistakes. I'm actually wondering if people are actually going to pit for wets or for inters, because this track seems dry to me, and I did a league race earlier in Mexico early in the year, and I know a little bit about this. So anyways, for the 5 red lights here around Mexico, 36 laps around this track, lights out, and away we go for the Mexican Grand Prix. We actually get a fairly decent start, not the best traction off the line, obviously. It's a bit of a damp circuit. Business Casual got a good start, same as my Master as well. fairly tight. We're dumping a little bit of battery. Like I say, a little bit faster on the straight than business casual. He is kind of harvesting a little bit, but we also are in hot lap. We go down to turn 1. See what happens here. XPG Flame leads into turn 1. Full sender, PXM, and Dorling are now side by side. And we get around business casual and Abuz. Abuz is pitted for the soft tires, but actually is a really good strat. The soft fairly have a lot of grip around here. My master almost losing the back end in that McLaren. Full center moves up into 4th, and I believe business casual's fallen down to a couple places. So yeah, first lap, everybody's kind of feeling the conditions, but they don't really feel that bad. I mean, I actually feel somewhat decent. I'm just kind of taking my time with it. And Mexico has never really been one of my favorite tracks. It's always kind of been a track where I've been iffy about. So I feel like no matter what, I was going to be down in the pace to a lot of these guys. It's a challenge no matter what, but it's not too bad. Obviously, the track is still pretty damp, but I'm able to get quite a lot of traction. But my master now, who's actually losing... he's not actually, well, I was thinking about going on the inside on him, but there was no point. He's actually harvesting quite a lot, or he's just not burning any battery. But it'll be interesting to see what happens, because I feel like a lot of these guys are going to go pit for the intermediate tires, which I don't really think inters are really needed, because the rain's not getting any, it's not getting any better. So, I mean, it feels fine. Actually, a lot of people are pitting. My master, he comes in late for a pit stop. That surely should be a penalty. I don't know how people are still getting away with doing all these stupid stunts and heroics, but whatever. But he came into the pits. He pitted for the inters, so a lot of these guys behind. I think G Flame is actually pitted for the inters as well. So yeah, you never know. I guess you could say. But Full Center and Dorling, they're gone. They're out of my league. I don't even have the pace of those two guys. But Abuz, who's on the soft tires, is obviously going to put us under a lot of pressure. Poison Monkey as well, and almost lost the back end through that corner, and still again. So there goes Abuz, and Poison Monkey as well, who's got some pretty good pace. But yeah, what a start. Crazy start to this race now on lap 3. We got the DRS on Abuz. Abuz is not really dumping anything. We're going to go down the inside of Abuz here, and we get that move done. Dorling and Full Center are kind of DRS sharing, so they're just kind of pulling away. So... well, we can't really, I guess we're not really going to catch up to them, but I mean, if we try to work with Abuz, we could, but to be fair, Abuz and Poison Monkey, they don't really, they're both obviously teammates, but I think they are both reserves, and almost lost the back end once again through that corner. But I don't think any of these guys are really going to want to work together, and especially with me, because I've been kind of beginning a negative type feeling within the league. I don't know why, but there's been a little bit of some negativity, I feel like, coming my way a little too much, and I feel like it's getting a little bit too bad. But XPG Flame now, 123 flat. He's cooking on the inters, so maybe the inters are working for him a little bit, but I feel like it still would be too early, because XPG kind of feel like just threw the win away, because no matter what, if he stays out on the inters, and if Dorling can get a free pit stop, same with Full Sender, they can just easily run away. So I don't think he thought that through. But Poison Monkey up into 3rd. I think Abuz had a moment somewhere. He's actually spun out somewhere. We actually got our first track limits warning, so track limits is still getting to us, because we just don't know how to keep it on track. But yeah, I mean, Poison Monkey's kind of flying away. I mean, I wouldn't say he's gone, but he's definitely checking out of this field quite considerably, and well, as he should. So but yeah, we're still sitting pretty well in positions, and P5 so far. XPG Flame, he is flying on the racetrack, and a Poison Monkey almost lost the car on the exit on the last corner, which he almost pulled a Charles Leclerc, but he caught it, and we do have the DRS actually over Poison Monkey, so we get right around him. Back into the podium position, XPG Flame, who is flying on the intermediates, is definitely going to really start catching up to us soon, so I'm not really going to try to hold him back like that, but there's no point of really even doing that, because like I said, he's out of my league. There's a lot of people that are in this league that are way quicker than what I thought they were, and I question if I even continue next season. But actually Flame, over the span of 2 laps, it's actually caught up to about 5 seconds, so he's closed that gap down quite a lot, and quite a lot considerably. But yeah, I mean, so far this has been great. It's been a good race. We're actually, well, I'm not trying to hold up XPG Flame, but now we're really starting to hold him up, and now he's really starting to get pissed off, and he was not happy. And I could tell you guys personally, he was not happy with what I did, and I did not intend to block him. I just knew he was pissed on the inside, because you can see kind of the frustration that he kind of takes out. And well, I kind of did feel bad a little bit, but that wasn't my intent to hold him up, but it just kind of happened, I guess, on accident. But safety car came out, and we got caught out of it because, well, we just clearly just did not pit. So to be fair, we were way past the line, but we're gonna pit for the hard tires, go to the end of this race, and we're not trying to speed too much in the pits. But yeah, so far the 10 laps, there were some 10 laps for sure. Definitely was a crazy type of start, but everybody else, Dorling has a 3-second time penalty. Full Center does not as well, so that's quite good for those guys. And yeah, a couple people have some penalties. Not too many people, I guess you could say, but XPG Flame is easily going to get us on the exit. And XPG Flame, as you can see the frustration through there, I feel like that was kind of intent towards me, and to be fair, I can understand that, unless it was intended to someone else. But yeah, anyways, we got caught napping. Safety car's in this lap because someone stopped right in the middle of the kind of track and really just messed everything up. But Dorling goes, and we get caught napping again. So the same issues are happening where we try to get a good safety car restart, but we can't. And these guys are definitely in contention for the win. My Master as well. There's a lot of quicker guys behind us that easily are in contention as well, but these three up in the front are absolutely flipping fast, I guess you could say. Full Center and XPG Flame, both the teammates are going at it in the Haas's, and Dorling sitting right behind there in third place. Edits and My Master has a 3-second time penalty, same does Edits, and Purple Sector 1, so that's always a pretty positive. But yeah, now the goal is to just kind of try to stay with these guys, but the car just doesn't feel right. I mean, some corners it feels great, and then the next corner it just feels bad. So my setup isn't really that great. I'm trying to push, but every time I try to push, I just can't throw the car in the corner. I don't know what has been going on. It's kind of been a theme here too, where I'll throw the car in, and specifically when I'm in the RB, it just doesn't stick. Like, the car just doesn't want to operate. It doesn't want to be an F1 car, and it's not really doing its work right now. We're trying to go into low speed. We're just understeering everywhere. We have so much oversteer. I mean, the setup is just, it's so weird because it's a race car setup, but we can't even stay close to Dorling, and I feel like I have kind of a little bit of the pace to him, a little bit, because if you check out the earlier in the year where we did a race, we actually were staying with him a little bit, but we just clearly cannot. We're pushing to the limit, and we just got nothing. And I'm oversteer, I'm understeer. You can see the understeer through there. We got a 3-second time penalty for actually both those times we got caught out of that corner, and we got a 3-second time penalty because, again, I just have so much understeer. I can't turn the car in the low speed. It's very bad, and I don't know what it is. It just doesn't have a front end. It's not balanced. It's undrivable, I guess you could say. But lap 18, 3 seconds, almost about 5 seconds is the gap. I mean, this is just nuts. This is just crazy, and I can't do anything. I mean, we are full second ahead of Abu's, but Abu's gonna easily close that gap down. Edits same as well, but I mean, I got nothing. Like, I have no pace, and you're really starting to feel it here. And even the understeer, it's just, the understeer is making it worse, and you can see just more oversteer on the exit. Like, I don't know what's going on. It just doesn't want to drive. It just doesn't want to be an F1 car. And Abu's and PXM are easily going to chuck right by us. My Master, he has no pace as well, so that's the championship leader. He barely even has anything. And I don't know what we did. Maybe it's a setup issue, maybe it's something, but these guys are quick. And we easily lost 2 positions through there. It's alright though, we're kind of just going for fun. And Abu's makes another mistake. That's the second mistake he's made tonight, and he's lost out again. And PXM is now next up in P4 in the Ferrari. He actually, we haven't seen him since, I don't think we have seen him since Austria, so it's been a minute. Welcome back, buddy. And I think he is now a reserve, but we get right around him for P4. So, well, we're just kind of fighting for fun, I guess you could say. And to be fair, that 3-second time penalty, which I thought was kind of, I didn't know, if you kind of watched the live stream, I didn't know if it was actually 3 seconds, because it just seemed like an odd corner to get it, but I actually was over the white line, so penalty was deserved. But to be fair, it's just kind of the way of the game, I guess you could say, how it is. But Yeah, and still through here, I can't do anything. I mean, I'm trying. Car just won't stop. It won't do anything. So it's just very difficult here. But here comes PXM right back around us. In the Ferrari he goes, and Abuz, who is close, but he's got 12 seconds worth of penalties. I don't know what happened to him. XPG Flame has actually lost quite a bit of position. Actually, XPG Flame is actually disconnected. I just realized that he just disconnected. So my mistake on not covering that. But yeah, lap 24 and oh, that was not a penalty. Okay, I'll take that. Thank you very much. That was close to a penalty, but fortunately we were able to stay ahead. But you can see we're just trying to cut these curbs, but we can't do anything, and I don't got anything. So my master, he found something to work because he's kind of closed that gap down to Abu, so he is definitely catching. Now, like I said, my master can't win the championship today. I believe the closest opponent to him is Joseph Dunrod, aka Brandon, who has actually not even showed up for the last bit of rounds or nothing, so he hasn't showed up. And to be fair, that I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if something happened, so yeah. But anyways, here goes the moves down the inside on PXM, and he locks up there. He doesn't get close. He was close, but he didn't ultimately get the move done. And PXM is still sitting at P4, and Abu's still in the podium with 12 seconds worth of penalties. But my master is actually closing that gap down. Here comes Business Casual as well, who's been making a really good run. And oh, the oversteer was nuts through that corner. A little bit of drifting, but you could just see the gap that has happened. The gap is around like about 12 to 13 seconds to Dorling and Full Sender. These guys are going for it, and I don't know what to say. Like it's not a bad way. I give them props, but god damn. And I thought I was a sweat, but no, these guys, they have some pace to them. And actually Dorling spins out, and there is a safety car. Something happened. I don't know what happened. I think someone just had a moment, but yeah, 12 seconds was the gap, but holy hell. Crazy, but we're gonna pit for the mediums. I don't think the softs are worth it. We used up all of our soft tires, so pit for mediums, I guess you could say. But we'll go on to the mediums. Fresh set of medium tires, and I believe a couple other people are actually going to be doing the same strat. They're going to pit for the medium tires as well. So what a wild finish we're going to get here in Mexico, and yeah, this has been a crazy race so far, and I hope you are enjoying this. And I do apologize that the commentary is kind of rusty. It has been a hot minute, so that's just a quick little brain moment to kind of get out. But let's get back to the action. And speaking of the action, breaking news: Full Center is actually disconnected, and M. Dorling has a drive-through penalty. Yes, I am not joking. M. Dorling has a drive-through penalty for, I don't know what happened. Something happened, but this has just opened it wide open for us for this win. But here we go. Green flag is back out. We are back for the restart. Now, Full Sender can still reconnect in enough time if he gets an invite, and I believe the owner has sent him an invite, but it just depends on whether he can get back in. And to be fair, he has had the worst luck all season. He's had some pretty crappy Wi-Fi, and it's not been great. But yeah, M. Dorling with a drive-through penalty, which that has got to be hurt to just see your win go away like that. And PXM, he's pitted for the soft tires, and if he stays ahead, and obviously P1 matters on track, obviously, but if he just stays ahead, we might be able to maybe sneak a win here. But the guy behind us, who we all know his name, My Master, is still down there in P4. Now, speaking of My Master, he is pitted for the hard tires. Now, he did not have any fresh set of mediums, but we do not have the pace to PXM, but those tires are going to fall off quite considerably. But we're able to get right back in the DRS range here on lap 33. Now, soft tires do drain out quite a lot here, but you can see My Master, he's still within that range, and we're burning all the battery, but he just can't get close enough. And I'm expecting a late dive because obviously it's for a win, you know what I mean? So anything can go, but we can't even close the gap to PXM, so we have to kind of wait and sit in his DRS because they kind of see what happens, I guess you could say. But lap 34 now, still fairly close. Now he's got more penalties than a lot of other people do, And to be fair, I'll give myself props. To be fair, if we didn't have that moment with the understeer, we probably would have been penalty free. But that's a hot take, and that's also a skill issue for me. So, but yeah, speaking of that, we are in the DRS range of PXM, and we get right back in the DRS range, and we're gonna try to stay with him through here. And like I said, I kind of pray that he doesn't make a mistake, because this technically could still be P1. Now he could obviously get P1 on track, but obviously the penalties will make it help. But he's actually made a mistake. He's actually looked up the back, the rear end of the car, and now actually moves up wide open. We are now leading the Mexican Grand Prix ahead of My Master behind us, so we have to try to pull about 5/10, but unfortunately it's not going to be close enough, because he's able to get right back in the DRS range, and that has opened it wide open for everybody in this race. We make a massive mistake through the last corner, and that has opened up the gate wide open for My Master, but we kind of make a poor race IQ strategy, which actually is going to cost us the win, and I'm actually going to talk about that after. But My Master takes the lead of the last lap of the Mexican Grand Prix. We have to kind of stay with him to see if we can get right back around him here. This race has been crazy, to be fair. Honestly, from the start, I didn't even expect to be up into P2, but with a lot of luck, it's kind of came our way, and we are in this position to possibly maybe even get a podium. And My Master is still, we're not close enough. He had the DRS through that exit, and I don't know how he got the DRS, but the detection line actually goes way back, way back. But our last corner, our last chance to get around My Master through here. We're in the DRS, but we're not close enough. He's burning a lot of battery. We get very close through that entry. We make around the outside very late, but he's able to stay ahead, and we make a massive mistake through that. We don't lock up. We oversteer on the exit, and we have just choked that win away. My Master's gonna win in Mexico. We take a P2 in the finale for me, but unfortunately I am heartbroken by that. What a crazy finish that was, but man, poor race IQ strategy from me. I made a mistake. I didn't know that the detection point was at the start. That's why I didn't burn all the battery. I didn't weave down the straight, because I thought the detection line was right there, but I guess he also got DRS through the part of the track where actually after 1, 2, and 3, I didn't know that. So that was really poor IQ for myself, but we absolutely choked that win away, and yeah, I'm heartbroken. That was in my hands, and I threw it away, and there's no one other to blame than myself for that one. So when it rains, it pours, I guess you could say, and unfortunately, it happened to be the second option. So, man, it's just really unfortunate, I guess you could say. But yeah, I don't know what to say. But it's a P2 here in Mexico. Business Casual, I believe, got a podium. So Business Casual, give yourself a round of applause. You deserve that, buddy. And yeah, that was a crazy race, but ultimately that just was poor IQ strategy for me. But yeah, there's your results. My Master wins. We get P2, Business Casual P3, Poison Monkey 4th, Squirrel 5th, Dorling 6th, Adams 7th, Edits 8th, Sender 9th, XPG Flame 10th. PXM, Abuz, and Bolt round out the non-point position. And PXM did get the fast lap, but fortunately it was kind of too late. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's heartbroken, but yeah, just we'll see what happens. But thank y'all for watching this video. I don't have much time left, but if you're not checking out the update video, please go check that out, because that is very important for what's coming up next. But have a good rest of your day, have a good rest of your week, happy holidays, and I will see y'all in the next one.